Three more pages here, guys. I am done here. Okay, you gotta bear with me. Oh, Ivan, I love Only Babylon. Yes, I know you guys love my Babylon, but I also care about my Lord of the Rings fans. I want to what? I want to finish. I'm almost done. In 3 days, guys, I'll be finishing my Lord of the Rings read long. Because for the next 3 days, I'm going to read 6 pages. That way I can cover more of the chapter, obviously. Right. Away in the south, some call on the great flood after that. It is a great water before it finds the sea. There is no way over it below its sources in the Edamours, except by the last bridge on which the road crosses. What is on the other river? We can see far away there, asked Mary. That is Loudwater, the Bruin of Rivendell, answered Strider. The road runs along the edge of the hills for many miles, from the bridge to the ford of Bruin. But I have not yet thought how we shall cross that water, once river at a time. We shall be fortunate indeed if we do not find the last bridge held against us. Next day, early in the morning, they came down again to the boards of the road. Sam and Strider went forward, but they found no sign of any travelers or riders. Here, under the shadow of the hills, there had been some rain. Strider judged that it had fallen 2 days before, and had washed away all footprints. No horsemen had passed since then. As far as he could see, they hurried along with all the speed they could make, and after a mile or two they saw the last bridge ahead, at the bottom of a short steep slope. They dreaded to see black figures waiting there, but they saw none. Strider made them take cover in the thicket at the side of the road, while he went forward to explore. Before long he came hurrying back. I can see no sign of the enemy, he said, and I wonder very much what that means. But I have found something very strange. He held out his hand and showed a single pale green jewel. I found it in the mud in the middle of the bridge, he said. It is a brio, an elfstone. Whether it was set there or let fall by chance, I cannot say, but it brings hope to me. I will take it as a sign that we may pass the bridge. Beyond that, I dare not keep to the road without some clear token. 2 more pages here, guys. I am done. Let's see. At once they went on again. They crossed the bridge in safety, hearing no sound but the water swirling against its three great edges. So Jared Tolkien just describing their journey. Their journey what? Their journey to the fort, obviously. The fort, obviously, right? When Frodo gets stabbed by the poisonous blade. So this is just it's just him describing their journey very much. They crossed the bridge in safety, hearing no sound but the water swirling against its three great arcs. A mile further on, they came to a narrow ravine, right, that led away northwards through the steep lands on the left of the road. Here Strider turned aside, and soon they were lost in the somber country of dark trees, winding among the feet of sullen hills. The hobbits were glad to leave the cheerless lands, and the perilous roads behind them, but this new country seemed threatening and unfriendly. As they went forward, the hills about them steadily rose. Here and then upon heights and ridges they caught glimpses of ancient walls of stone and the ruins of tower. They had an ominous look. Frodo, who was not walking, had time to gaze ahead and to think. He recalled Bilbo's account of his journey and the threatening towers on the hills of the North Road, the country near the Trolls' Wood, where his first serious adventure had happened. Frodo guessed that they were now in the same region. I wondered if by chance he would pass near the spot. Who lives in this land, he asked, and who built these towers? Is this troll country? No, said Strider. Trolls do not build. No one lives in this land. Men once dwelt here, ages ago, but none remain now. They became an evil people, as legends, for they fell under the shadow of Agmar. But all were destroyed in the war that brought the North Kingdom to its end. But that is now so long ago that the hills have forgotten them, though a shadow still lies on the land. Where do you learn such tales if all the land is empty and forgetful? Asked Peregrine. The birds and beasts do not tell tales of that sort. The heirs of Elendil do not forget all things past, said Strider, and many more things that I can tell are remembered in Rivendell. Have you often been to Rivendell, said Frodo. I have, said Strider. I dwelt there once, and I still return. So Frodo's like, Strider, have you been to Rivendell? He's like, yeah, I've been to Rivendell. So Jared Tolkien's describing their journey, to Ford and eventually going to Rivendell, obviously. And Strider tells him about how trolls do not build stuff, you know what I'm saying? He talks about it, and he tells Frodo and them, oh yeah, he tells the hobbits, yeah, I've been to Rivendell a few times, you know what I'm saying? One more page here, guys, and I'm done. What I made them there my heart is, but is not my fate to sit in peace, even in the fair house of Elrond. The hills now began to shut them in. The road behind them held on its way to the river Bruin, but both were now hidden from view. The travelers came into a long valley, narrow, deeply cloven, dark and silent. Trees with old and twisted roots hung over cliffs and piled up behind into mounting slopes of pine wood. The hobbits grew very wary. They advanced slowly, for they had to pick their way through a pathless country, encumbered by fallen trees and tumbled rocks. As long as they could, they avoided As long as they could, they avoided climbing for Frodo's sake. Because it was in fact difficult to find any way up out of the narrow dales, they had been 2 days in this country when the weather turned wet. The wind began to blow steadily out of the west and pour the water of the distant seas on the dark heads of the hills in the drenching rain. By nightfall, they were all soaked, and their camp was cheerless. They could not get any fire to burn. The next day, the hills rose still higher and steeper before them, and they were forced to turn away northwards out of their course. Strider seemed to be getting anxious. They were nearly 10 days out of Weathertop, and their stock of provisions was beginning to run low. It went on raining. That night they camped on a stony shelf with a rock wall behind them, in which there was a shallow cave, a mere scoop in the cliff. Frodo was restless. The cold and wet had made his wound more painful than ever, and the ache and the sense of deadly chill took away all sleep. He lay tossing and turning and listening fearfully to the stealthy night noises, wind in chinks of rocks, water dripping, a crack, the sudden rattling fall of loosened stone. He felt that black shapes were advancing to smother him, but when he sat up he saw nothing but the back of Strider, sitting hunched up, smoking his pipe and watching. He lay down again and passed into an uneasy dream, in which he was walked on the grass in his garden in the Shire, but it seemed faint and dim, less clear than the tall black shells that stood looking over the edge. Page 265, and that ends my Lord of the Rings reading tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll read 6 pages so I can end it faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll read up to 270 tomorrow, and I'll read another 6 pages the next day. And the final day I'll read the remaining 7 pages of Lord of the Rings. Obviously, right? So I read, all you Lord of the Rings fans, you're happy. I read Lord of the Rings. J.R.R. Tolkien is pretty much describing Frodo's journey to the Ford. They end up meeting Glorfindel. You know what I'm saying? And Strider talks about trolls, they don't build things, and talks about how he's been to River and all that kind of stuff. Frodo has this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's pretty much what J.R.R. Tolkien talks about, obviously. Obviously, right now, I can babble on. So you guys, Lord of the Rings fans, you are happy. My Lord of the Rings read-along is almost done, guys, as I only have a good, 3 more days, I'll be done my Lord of the Rings read-along. Yeah, 3 more days. A good 3 more days, I'll be done my Lord of the Rings. 2 to 3 more days, I'll be done my Lord of the Rings. 3 more days, I'll be done my Lord of the Rings. So November 6th, I should be finishing my Lord of the Rings read-along. And around November 7th, around there, I'll be going over my book 2. And once I finish my Lord of the Rings read-along, I will make that amazing video. I'll talk about my 3 movies. They're unique. Look at an interesting video for that. They're unique. I already made a video. My clarification video, I talked about it, but it was more brief. I'm gonna talk more in depth about my story, what I want to happen in my story. Obviously, for the Great Escape movie, They're Unique, and the Hidden Vampire movie, and hands down, the Great Escape movie will be the best movie out of the 3 movies. But some people might like They're Unique better, but I highly doubt it. Because the Great Escape movie is action thriller. You know what I'm saying? It's action, thriller, and there's also romance in it too. As me and my wife are going to be husband and wife in the movie, obviously. You're going to see us intimate. We're going to have sex scenes together. This one's top notch. And it's thriller. You have the crazy special effects, obviously. Whereas They're Unique is just romance. You don't have any crazy special effects on that, so it's just romance. It's a thriller romance. Obviously, but it's there's no special effects or anything, all that crazy. Whereas the Great Escape movie with him, where you have all the special effects and all that stuff. You know, and that's why They're Unique, in my opinion, will be the worst movie out of my 5 movies, in my opinion. Because romance movies tend to not be better than thriller, action, horror movies, I'm saying. That's my point. Yeah. Right? And you guys, I'm not kidding around, man. You guys better stop taking for granted. Because the countdown's ticking. November 11th around there, I am making that final announcement. I don't know when I'm going to make that final announcement. I might delay it to maybe the 12th or 13th or something like that. My point is, once I make that final announcement, I am done. I'll split it into 2 parts. I'm going to say this is it for Ivan and Mare. I'm officially peacing out for good. I hope you will enjoy this series. This series will be missed for generations to follow. I hope you guys learn from your evil and wickedness. I wish you guys made the right choice when you weren't born and let us be together and not cause mess in our lives and kill me to be my wife. You know what I'm saying? I hope I entertain you guys. This is Ivan and Mare. I'm officially signing out. Peace. And once I say I'm officially signing out, peace, I'm officially signing out. Peace. That is it for Ivan and Mare. I'm not making any more videos for you. You got your fucking deserve, obviously. As there's a reason why I call this Ivan's Miscellaneous series, because this series will be missed for generations to follow, obviously. As once I am king, I'm going to totally forget about my old life. where I'm living the life of my wife, and I'm going to what? And once I pay this fee, I'm going to totally forget my Sabbath channel. I'll never want to make videos for you ever again after I find out I have to die and be a porn star and have sex with myself to be my wife. I am never making any videos for you ever again. I'm going to cry my heavy tears. Getting a laugh out of my own videos will keep me going, obviously. I'll watch movies and I'll watch games. Look at my trends online. That's pretty much what I'm doing, obviously. Once I work, guaranteed I'm going to what? The Seth Adams will pay me money. They're probably going to pay me, I don't know, $350 a week or something like that. $350, $400 a week to pay the fee. I'm gonna tell them, hey, look, man, I need money. Yeah, Ivan will pay you. I don't know, $30,000 to pay the fee or something like that. Considering I'm making them billions of dollars, they're gonna pay me for it. Obviously, they're gonna pay me like $350 a week or something like that. $400 a week. Yeah, I don't know, $500 a week or something like that. Not 500, like $400 a week. They're gonna pay me around there. I'm gonna have some money for myself. I'm gonna use that money. I'm gonna get my passport renewed. I have to get that taken care of. Get my passport renewed. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to get my license too when I pay this fee. As I'm almost done. I only have a good like 2 months. 2 months. 2 more months and I am done. Within like 2 months I can get my driver's license. It's a good chance to say, oh, Ivan, yeah, when you pay this fee, we'll have you get your license. I'll go to the Elmer driving school and I will get my license, obviously. Finish my license. As I am almost done. I am almost done my license, obviously. That way, when I'm king, I can drive. Because I want to be able to drive. I want to be able to drive my own fucking car, man. My wife has her license. I want to be able to drive my own car when I'm king. I want to have my own Ferrari and all that stuff. Hence why I'm going to get my license when I pay this fee, obviously. Even though I have major anxiety in public, I'm gonna have to get used to it because I have to get my license. Get my license in public, obviously. I'm gonna keep saying this, though, man. Once the Step Family's true nature comes out, I'm gonna keep saying this. Ivan Omer will have that flashback of his life. I told you a lot of movies in my life, are symbols. A lot of movies that come out are symbolism to me in VJ's life. If you guys don't notice, Ivan, we know that a lot of movies that come out are symbolism in you in VJ's life. Yes. A lot of movies, not all movies, but there's some movies that have some symbolism to me in my life. The Matrix, for example. In The Matrix, Neo is in a dream world, obviously. He takes the red pill and he wakes up, he's in the real world, obviously. And he finds out later on that he's the one and he's the chosen one. Neo kills him and he comes back to life and he's a new man. He's the one, obviously. Symbolism of my life, obviously. Trinity is the love of his life, destined to be with him, obviously. You know what I'm saying? The agents represent the gatekeepers. Remember in I remember in that one scene in The Matrix, Morpheus, he tells Neo he's like people have run for them, they've hired for them. You know what I'm saying? He's like the agents they're the gatekeepers. He's like sooner or later someone's gonna have to fight them. Yeah, the agents in the Matrix are the gatekeepers of the Matrix. And that's why no one can take them, obviously, because Neo is the one. He has the anomaly code. Obviously, he's able to take on the Matrix, to take on the agents. Obviously, symbolism of me having the keys. Obviously. So even though the stepfathers are the gatekeepers, and no one around the world can take the gatekeepers because they're so powerful, they control all the finances around the world. They lock all doors. And because I have the keys, I'm the only one who can take the gatekeepers because I have the keys. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. Neo was in the Matrix. He lived in the dream world, and later on he wakes up and he finds out he's in the real world. Well, my whole life I believed in Jesus. I believed Jesus was God. I was living in a dream world. Yeah, I believed Jesus was God. I believed Jesus created the universe. I didn't know about X. I thought everyone was healthy. When people said, oh my God, this guy has an STD, I thought everyone was healthy, obviously. I lived in the dream world, obviously. And then when I woke up, I found later on that I was God. I found later on that the world that I knew was a fantasy world. As there's no Jesus, there's no such thing as Jesus. Jesus is a fantasy figure. I'm the Son of God. My family are the gatekeepers. The symbolism, yeah. And Smith kills Neo. Obviously, and then Neo comes back to life. A new man. He's now the one. He can fly. He has all these powers. Yeah, it's a symbolism of me when I come back to death, obviously. The gatekeepers kill me. I come back. I resurrect my body a new man. I resurrect my body as a new man. And what? I resurrect my body as a new man. And now I have the glowing beauty, and my wife has the glowing beauty, and me and VJ are king, queen, we're billionaires. Yeah, there's some symbolism there in Matrix, obviously. And Trinity is a love of what? She was destined to love Neo, obviously. Just like VJ is obviously destined to love me. VJ is my wife, obviously. Trinity loves Neo like crazy. Neo loves Trinity like crazy. That love that you see in the Matrix, you're looking at love like that for me and VJ. You're looking at something crazy. As when you see me and VJ in the movies, you're gonna see how crazy we are together, man. You're gonna see me kissing her hardcore. Remember in that scene when Trinity gets shot and Matrix Reloaded, right? Neo rescues her. He's like, "I love you too goddamn much." He kisses her and all that stuff. Look at something crazy like that. When me and VJ kiss, look at something crazy. You'll see what I mean in Zanus, especially in the organization when me and VJ are husband and wife. You're gonna see how intimate VJ are together. Like, oh my god, I and VJ are lovebirds. Yeah, he looks at me top notch. There's a lot of symbolism, Zen. There's a lot of symbolism with you can get some symbolism in some movies with to me and VJ's life, obviously. The Matrix is a perfect example of a symbolism of my life. Neo lives in the dream world. I always lived my whole life. I lived in the dream world. I thought my family were the middle class families. I believed in Jesus, when the whole time the Son of God. I went to church. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know about X. I thought everyone was healthy. I thought, okay, there's people out there who have STDs and there's people out there who are healthy, but no, everyone around this world, they're all X, they're all dirty, they're all trash, they all have STDs, obviously. I'm the only one around the world who's holy because I'm from above, from the sky. And VJ was holy, but you infected her, obviously. See what I'm saying here? Yeah. Crazy story, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, when the moment Neo takes the red pill, his eyes are open, and he's now in the real world. And oh my god, the Matrix was a dream world. Yeah. Just like the world I knew was a dream world. There is no Jesus in heaven. There is no angels. There is no disciples in heaven. There is no devil. It's all fantasy as what? The real world is the symbolism of the devil and Satan are the gatekeepers, obviously. And I'm a symbolism of Jesus. Yeah, there's a symbolism, obviously. Right? Yeah. So once the stuff I'm assuming upstairs, I get a flashback of my life, me and VJ will be so shocked by how rich they are. We're gonna be so shocked, like, holy shit, these guys are rich. We're gonna have that shitty feeling. Like when I pay his fee, I'm gonna have that shitty feeling. Like, oh my god, I got played, man. Like my whole life, I thought these guys were middle class families. I'm gonna have that flashback of all those so-called friends I had in Darcy who knew my family were rich. Who used to brag about how rich all these people were. And the whole time my family, the gatekeepers, and I'm the son of God, and I have the keys. That's a funny thing. Oh, and I'm gonna remember those moments. Obviously, I remember that family who used to come over to my house for dinner, for Christmas. I'm saying, you guys know who you are. Barbecues. We went over to the house for bar. I remember, oh my god, these guys knew my family were rich the whole time, and none of them even bothered to mention that to me, man. Because they're fucking wicked people, man. You guys are fucking evil people. You're fucking evil people. Hence, why all these people who knew my life are not going to be saved. They're going to be what? They're going to be left behind because they're all wicked. All the teachers in my life knew my family were the gatekeepers. Yeah, we know Ivan's family is the gatekeepers. We know he has a wife. We know he's separate from his wife. We know he's lost. We know he's God. We know he has the keys. But we're not going to bother telling him. Hopefully he stays lost from me and he never gets to know about it. He never knows about his wife because you're all fucking wicked people. You're all part of the plot protectors and when. Because when it comes to me and my wife, all morality gets thrown out the window. You guys are willing to break every moral code. Because you guys are crazy people, obviously. And yeah, man. And once I pay this fee, good chance will be that VJ already knows when I'll start paying the fee. Chances are it'll be this December I'll start paying the fee. Because just guaranteed this month, the set farmers are going to sit me upstairs. Sometime this December, I'm going to start paying the fee around them. Either early next year or this December, Ivan O'Mara will start paying the fee. He'll start paying the fee, obviously. And guarantee when I pay the fee and I hang out in downtown Ottawa, people are going to take pictures of me. And you're going to start seeing pictures of Ivan O'Mara on Twitter, man. And VJ will be looking at the pictures, I'm saying. Because now I am a famous porn star. And I'm banging celebrities. And if I hang out with celebrities, guaranteed people are going to take pictures of me hanging out with celebrities. Because celebrities are famous. So guaranteed you're going to see pictures of Ivan and VJ trending. You're going to see some pictures of Ivan online on Twitter. You guys will all be looking at the Twitter pictures. You're going to see me wearing my shitty clothing. You know, oh my god, this is Ivan when he's poor. When he's about to get that fat check. You're going to remember these pictures, obviously. And that when you see these pictures of me trending online, this is a foreshadowing of the future when Ivan is king with his wife. You guys will all be looking at the pictures, obviously. Oh my god, look at Ivan. VJ's be like, oh my god, look at Ivan. It was shitty clothing. I'm saying, yeah. Yeah, man. And that's a foreshadowing of the future when me and VJ are king and queen. As once me and her are king and queen, we're never going to be the same. Me and VJ are going to have to put up with international crazy fame. International fame for my book sales. And crazy fame for me and her being together. We have the crazy fame for my book sales, and you even have crazier fame for me and her being together. Like, even though my book sales will have crazy, crazy fame, the crazier fame will be me and VJ being together, as no one knows us. Like, we're the perfect couple, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Hence why you're looking at something crazy when you see me and VJ hanging. And wherever we go, these countries, constant trends, pictures, people taking videos and pictures, everyone staring, pictures trying on Twitter, the whole world watching. It's been crazy. That's why me and VJ are going to feel so on top of the world, like an adrenaline rush. It's like a drug. The whole planet's watching us every single day. It's a fucking amazing feeling, man. Me and VJ are famous. Wherever we go, hundreds of people take out phones. They take pictures and videos. Me and VJ are feeling on top of the world. We're billionaires now. We're living a life. Yeah. We feel on every second of the day, me and VJ feel on top of the world. It's like an adrenaline rush. It's an amazing feeling, man. You feel on top of the world. Oh my God, the whole world's watching us. We're famous now. Look at us trending on Twitter. Yeah, man. It's an amazing feeling, honestly. Hence why Ivan and Mary will totally forget about the Sabotage Challenge. Once I'm with my wife, being with a girl like that, I'm going to totally forget my old life. And VJ will what? VJ is the cure, obviously, to my happiness, obviously. She is the cure. Just like I'm the cure to VJ's happiness too, is that without no man can make VJ happy. I'm the only man who can make VJ happy. You know why? Because all the other men get bullshit sex from VJ, obviously. And VJ sees, as long as another man touches VJ will see hell. That's why I'm the only man who can make VJ happy, obviously. And VJ, other men can make her a little bit happy, but not. I'm the cure to VJ's happiness, obviously. As once VJ's with me, you're gonna see that smile on her face. Yeah, you're gonna see the VJ. You're gonna compare the VJ in Hollywood to the VJ with Ivan. You're gonna see, oh my God, the VJ with Ivan looks so much more happy. She looks so much more happy and joyful than the VJ we saw in Hollywood. Yeah, you see the difference, obviously, because VJ can now see me. At the same time, I'm her husband, obviously, and I make her happy, obviously. Hence why I'm like saying is me and VJ are going to be so shocked when we find out how powerful the stepfamilies really are. They're the gatekeepers, obviously. VJ, your family, they're what? They're the what? They're the gatekeepers. My family, the gatekeepers. They own Hollywood. They're fucking big, man. They're powerful people, obviously. Right? So I'm not gonna keep mentioning. I don't want to keep mentioning me and my personal. I think you guys get an idea what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I wake up, I go up in the hospital, I sit on the phone for the goodbyes, I get that check, I experience some fame before I get that check, you know what I'm saying, in Elmer, in Ottawa, and I stay at the hotel for 10 days, and I go see VJ. I think you guys get the picture. I told you my story many, many times on. You know, yeah, I get the picture, you said it, you explained this many times, yes. I explained this to you many times. I think it's cool for me to talk about Skype Source. But I've talked about Skype Source more than enough times too, though. I've talked about Skype Source a lot too with George Lucas. I think I made enough videos about George Lucas and Skype Source. You know what I'm saying? I've already talked about the 4 years of Zayn. So yeah, Ivan, you ran out of ideas. Yes, man. I ran out of all the ideas I want to talk about. Hence why I always keep repeating the same things, obviously. Because I ran out of ideas to talk about. What should I talk about today, guys? I don't know. Should you prefer I talk about my personal life, or you prefer I talk about Skype Source? I'll talk about Skype Source. Yeah, I'll talk about Skype Source. I might as well repeat the same things because I ran out of ideas. I don't know what to talk about anymore, man. Because I've talked enough about Skype Source, obviously. Obviously, right? So I'll skip to when me and my wife in Vancouver. So once I meet my wife in Los Angeles, she cry her tears, we hug. I tell VJ I want to start Skype Source. We stay at the nice suite in Los Angeles. We experience the fame. Trending pictures of me and VJ online. The moment I meet VJ, that's when the trending pictures will start. The trending pictures will start the moment I meet VJ in Los Angeles. And VJ will begin to feel on top of the world. We go to the bar restaurant, we have a nice bite to eat. I'm probably going to get a nice pizza for myself or a nice burger and fries. Obviously, VJ will get her food. I don't know, like, VJ will probably get, her Mexican rice or something like that. We have a beer, we have a good time. We go back to the condo, to the hotel, and we go clubbing. I go clubbing with VJ at the club. And constant pictures and videos trending online. Me, the whole world watching. Me and VJ are feeling on top of the world. And once we fly to Vancouver, obviously, as I do not want to live in the States. I'm going to tell VJ, I do not want to live in the States. One reason why I want to live in Canada, too, is that because I'm Canadian, I don't have to worry about signing all these documents. I don't need to sign any documents to legally be able to work in Canada. For me to get my Scotiabank card is easy. Because I'm a Canadian citizen, I can just register for my Scotiabank card. Whereas VJ, she's American. She's going to have to what? She's going to have to sign some documents, obviously, and pay her for anything to get her card and all that stuff. Whereas if I lived in America, it'd be the opposite. I would have to what? I would have to do all these documents to be an American citizen, which I don't want to do. At the same time, I got paid in Canadian. I got paid in Canadian dollar. Hence, everything is just so no. Like, I want to live in Canada. I don't want to live in the States. Because I saved VJ's ass, me and VJ are going to live in Canada. I'm choosing where we live. We're living in Vancouver, Canada. If I were to live in another city, it'd be Toronto, Canada. But Toronto is a bit, it's crowded. Toronto is like the New York of Canada. It's fucking crowded. Toronto has like 3 million people living there. 6 million people living there or something like that. Yeah, 6 million people living in Toronto. It's a crowded city, man. It's a New York of Canada. It's crowded. It's clean. It's clean. It's pretty clean. It's cleaner than New York, obviously. But Toronto is a crowded city, and it's not next to the Pacific Ocean. That's why I don't want to live in Toronto. Obviously, it's a more expensive city to live in than Vancouver. Obviously, it's the richest city in Canada. Obviously, but I told you I don't want to live in Toronto. I prefer to live in Vancouver. Vancouver is more beautiful than Toronto. Now, Toronto is a more powerful city, but Vancouver is a more beautiful city. And it's right next to the Pacific Ocean. That's why I want to live in Vancouver. Vancouver is beautiful. Obviously. And VJ will love Vancouver, as Vancouver is more beautiful than Los Angeles and New York. VJ will be like, oh my god, Ivan, Vancouver is so beautiful. It's more beautiful than Los Angeles. Yes. I guarantee you, after the 4 years of Zane's is up, and then VJ's gotten used to Canada. VJ's like, oh my god, Ivan, I like Canada better than the States. It's so clean over here. It's not crowded. You get free healthcare here too. In the States, you don't get free healthcare. In Canada, you get free healthcare. Free healthcare in Canada, man. Free healthcare, man. Yeah, man. Free healthcare in Canada. Canada also has better educations too. Better education system than the States. Canada has a better education system than the States, obviously. Canada is better than the States. The States is a more powerful country, but Canada is a more beautiful country, and you have free healthcare here. It's a lot cleaner over here too. Where the States is filthy and crowded and dirty, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. So once me and VJ settle in Vancouver, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna book that hotel suite. So me and VJ can stay at a top-notch hotel suite in Vancouver, obviously. We can stay at a top-notch hotel suite in Vancouver, and we will book. VJ already knows what I'm talking about. She can see the future. We'll book that top-notch suite hotel, like a nice $6,000 a night suite's good. A nice suite with a hotel, a nice suite with a jacuzzi, a nice balcony that overlooks Vancouver. Me and VJ are going to rent a top-notch hotel suite in Vancouver. As I told you, I don't want to buy a condo and I don't want to buy a nice 34 million house. No, I want me and VJ to build our condo from scratch. VJ's like, Ivan, I want to build that. Let's build that Dream 100 million condo. Yes, I don't want to buy a condo, an existing condo, and I don't want to buy a house, a 4 million house, luxury house. I want to build my own condo from scratch. On top of the roof, because if you build your condo the way you want, it's brand new, and you can build it exactly the way you want. You hire your architects, and you just they design your interior layout of your condo, and you build exactly the way you want it. Your indoor pool, your luxury terrace, your jacuzzi, your nice small gym, me and my wife's nice bedroom, our nice living room, our nice terrace, our nice kitchen, our nice bathroom downstairs. You know what I'm saying? So our condo won't be the biggest condo, but it's top-notch quality. I'm putting $100 million towards it. Looking at a top-notch condo. And VJ already knows what I'm talking about. VJ knows me and her are going to own a top high-end condo. Hence why VJ, sometimes she posts pictures of her in a condo and you see her excited because she knows in the future me and her are going to own this top high-end condo in Vancouver. Yeah, you're welcome, sweetheart. That Instagram live VJ did with that Madison chick, when she wore those green pants and black shirt. VJ did, she took a picture, did a shoot on top of a roof. Yeah, in the future me and her are going to own a rooftop condo, man. Rooftop condo, something unheard of. You know what I'm saying? VJ like, Ivan, I want to build that condo. I don't want to buy a condo. I don't want to buy a condo, VJ. And I don't want to buy a $40 million house. No. I want to own my own $100 million condo on top of the roof. So it's built on top of the roof. It's built like imagine a condo built on top of the roof. It's built on top of the roof, and then you have me and VJ have a whole view of Vancouver. Look at something top-notch. Or a terrace outside, looking at something beautiful. A condo on top of the roof. Yeah, man, something beautiful, man. So me and VJ, we go to Vancouver, we register for our Scotiabank debit. First thing we do, I'm going to book the suite. VJ is constantly going to remind me, Ivan, are you going to share that? And I'm saying, yeah, VJ, relax. I'm going to share with you. Well, in a couple of days, I'm going to call Scotiabank, or I'm going to make that appointment. We're going to register for our Scotiabank card and Visa at the new branch in Vancouver. Obviously, it'll be easier for me to get my card because I'm Canadian. Whereas Visa, because she's American, she's going to have to pay some fee for it, some foreign fee for it. I'm going to shut my account here.